What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. I am. But today we got our playoff predictions to do. Because it's the playoffs. I got a picture of Carlos Narvaez covering up the rest of the other rounds because I love Carlos Narvaez. You know? So we gotta have Carlos Narvaez in here somehow. We got to include him. What does he have to do with NASCAR? Nothing. But he deserves to be here. Thank you for being our lovely guest today. So yes, if you guys don't know how the fucking playoffs work, there's 4 rounds. I guess 4 rounds. The first round is the round of 16. It's the dumbest playoff format in all of anything ever. But they have 16 drivers who make it in. If you win a race, you're into the playoffs. That's how you have guys like Josh Berry and fucking Syndic in here. SVG also, I guess you could put him in there because of the road courses, but he's done it multiple times, so he's proven his stay. He deserves it. You know. These other fuckers, I don't know as much about. Syndic really sucks. Syndic sucks in more ways than one. Barry, I love you, Barry, but you suck. So there's 16 drivers in the playoffs, and then after the first 3 races, 4 of them get eliminated. 4 of them go bye-bye. After the first 3 races, 4 drivers go bye-bye. And then they run another 3 races where there's only 12 drivers, and then the bottom 4 of those go bye-bye after 3 more races. So then there's just 8. And then after the 3 races there, 8 guys goes down to 4. And then champion. It's such a great explanation. I did such a great job explaining that. Alright, let's do this. The races in the first round is Darlington, which is this weekend. And then fucking Gateway, and then Bristol is the finale of that round. So after Bristol, 4 drivers will be eliminated. I have these are my guys advancing after Bristol. Yes, I have these fucking guys advancing after Bristol. So after Bristol, Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, Christopher Bell, SVG, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, Alex Bowman, and Tyler Reddick, I all have advancing. Meaning I have Bubba Wallace, Syndic, Barry, and Dylan all getting eliminated. You might have some questions about this. You know, SVG, some people might not think he moves on. I think SVG moves on. I think he has enough playoff points at this point to where he could just move on. You know, he doesn't have to run great. I think it'll be a situation where he literally advances by like 1 or 2 points. Like, he is the guy at the cut line that advances. Like, just barely. I think he just barely advances. You know, some bullshit's gonna happen. So yeah, I think SVG advances, even though these are not, you know, they're all oval tracks. None of these tracks really suit him. I still think those playoff points give him an advantage. You know, those 4 wins really helps him out. And then the stage wins also gives him some extra cushioning. But yeah, I don't think Bubba moves on. You know, I think it's just like a thing where 4 guys have to get eliminated, and these are the 4 guys that I see getting eliminated, because it's kind of hard to come up with reasonings for everybody. You know, like Barry, I feel like that's pretty obvious. Barry, you know, he's kind of just like a back of the pack kind of guy. Got the win at Vegas. You know, so he's in the playoffs. Dylan could be a surprise. I could see Dylan being a surprise. I could see Ross actually getting eliminated in the first round, but I think he moves on. You know, but if I am wrong, I feel like Chastain would be the one who would get eliminated, and then Syndic. We all know Syndic just is a fraud in every facet of life. So yeah, those are my guys that I have getting eliminated in the first round, the round of 16. Bubba, Syndic, Barry, and Dylan. And then we have the round of 8, or the round of 12 right here. After these 3 races at New Hampshire, Kansas, and Charlotte, the Charlotte Roval that will be, we will eliminate 4 drivers, and then it'll be down to 8 drivers. Those 4 drivers that we have getting eliminated and the 8 drivers moving on, you can see here. We have Kyle Larson moving on. We have William Byron moving on. Denny Hamlin moving on. Ryan Blaney moving on. Christopher Bell moving on. SVG moving on. Chase Elliott moving on, and Tyler Reddick moving on. So that means that the 4 drivers getting eliminated are Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, and Alex Bowman. Yes, I think those 4 guys get eliminated. It's another thing, like, I feel like Chastain and Bowman will legitimately be getting eliminated. Like, they'll actually kind of be, like, you know, securely below the cut line. You know, they will have clinched their elimination by a decent margin. I think they will actually, you know, be eliminated. The other 2 guys, Briscoe and Logano, those are the guys where it's like, you know, 4 guys have to be eliminated. So I feel like they are kind of just the odd guys out. Yeah, it sucks sometimes. It's like, it's so hard because it's like you look at these lists and you're like, oh, fuck. Who's going to get eliminated? Like, I don't see any of these guys getting eliminated. It's really hard between, like, Logano and Chase Elliott, like, when you compare those guys. It's kind of hard to, like, compare them up against, like, a Blaney, where it's like, oh, I feel like either one of these guys could make it into the next round. But somebody has to be eliminated. So, just by that, I think Briscoe gets eliminated. I think he's the guy who's just kind of, like once again, a few points below the cut line once, you know, the round is over. It'll just be a few points below, barely get eliminated, but he will. Logano, that's also a tough one, you know, but I just don't see him moving on. For the round of 8, here we go. Round of 8. These 3 races in the round of 8, Las Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville. After those 3 races, we will eliminate 4 more drivers, and then that'll be the final 4. At Phoenix. So the final 8 drivers that we have right now, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, SVG, Chase Elliott, and Tyler Reddick. Oh, I also didn't address this, but I think SVG moves on because I think he wins the Roval. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's just a pretty foregone conclusion that he's going to win that race. Maybe not, though. The oval part of the track might actually screw him up a little bit. Yes, so these are the 8 drivers that are left. And then after these 3 races, Las Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville, we eliminate 4 more drivers, and that is the final 4 at Phoenix. So here are those drivers. Here are those drivers that move on, and those are the drivers that get eliminated. So I have William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, and Denny Hamlin all getting to move on to the finale at Phoenix. And then the 4 drivers that get eliminated are Kyle Larson, SVG, Chase Elliott, and Tyler Reddick. So yes, this is where SVG will meet his maker. Is that a saying? I feel like I've heard people say that before. I feel like that's where he finally runs out of luck. Or not luck, you know. I feel like he gets lucky in the first round, wins in the second round. This is where it all runs out. Though he could. I mean, he could move on to the final 4. Talladega could be fucking crazy. You never know. You never fucking know. Larson, that's like a tough one. Having him be eliminated there, that's a tough one. Having Larson be eliminated. He does have a big playoff points cushion. I honestly think Talladega will be, you know, he's going to wreck. I think he's going to wreck at Talladega. He sucks at those types of races. That's where I think Larson really gets hurt. I think it'll be a situation once again where it'll just be by a few points that he doesn't make it in. Chase Elliott and Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick just, at this point, like, he doesn't have any, like, playoff points cushioning. I think he might have a few stage wins this season at this point, but, I mean, he doesn't have any wins. He doesn't really have any playoff points cushioning. I feel like that'll hurt him. And then Chase Elliott, you know, odd man out. Yeah, once again, somebody's got to be eliminated. It's going to be him. So my final 4 is William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, and Denny Hamlin. That'll be my final 4 at Phoenix. And then the winner at Phoenix you guys might have a certain idea of who it is, but I have a completely different idea, probably. William Byron. William Byron's going to be the champion. Yeah, you might be thinking Blaney because, like, they fucking always win at Phoenix. Or Penske always wins at Phoenix. But, no, I got William Byron finally breaking through. He's going to do a little sandwich bookending type thing to open and close the season. He's going to win at Daytona and win at Phoenix, and that's going to be the storybook season for Byron. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Those are my predictions. Here's everyone who I have moving on, and here's who I don't. You can screenshot this to, like, send it to me if I'm ever wrong to, like, embarrass me or something. I don't know. Or if I'm right, you can be like, oh, my God, you were right. But, yeah, that's where I'm going to end this shit right here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out.